Hello. Wow. I wasn't expecting my voice to carry so much. I know it's the end of the day, and if you have managed to last this long, you deserve real big credit already. So I will not torture you more. This is Kamran's comedy hour, so we will try to have some fun and see if we can learn something from each other. So I was thinking, the topic of my talk is magic of failure. And some of you who might have checked some of my talks on YouTube, at TED, or anywhere, you probably have heard me talk about me as a person and how I have used failure as a way to learn and to do good things. And I have always jumped into things that I don't know much and totally prepared to fall down, make mistakes, and having a lot of passion for sports, a lot of enthusiasm, not a lot of fear, and not a lot of talent is a recipe for failure. So who wants to guess how many surgeries I have had? Sports-related, self-inflicted surgeries. Any ideas? Yeah? 40? No, not that much. 14. 1-4. 14 surgeries I've had. And as painful as it might be, you see me, I'm still up and running, doing everything. And by learning from my failures, I have become pretty decent tennis player. I played 2 hours every day. I almost kill everybody at my age class, and even the ones 10 years younger, 20 years younger, I have difficulty. I'm a black diamond skier, master scuba diver. I decided to go and learn polo 3 years ago at my age. Fell down, almost died, but I learned how to play polo. I have done a lot of learning as I was trying to go to the base camp of Everest. Extremely difficult, humiliating, was my first big mountain. I have summited 2 mountains in China, Kilimanjaro in Africa, all the mountains in Bhutan, various other mountains. But none of this came easy. So that's on the personal side, how I have learned that you have to be prepared to fail. Don't be afraid. But as long as you learn from it, you become better. And every time I skied in a difficult place and I fell down and I broke this or broke that, or every time I fell off a horse, immediately, as soon as it was physically possible, I learned and I went back on top of the horse. I went on the same area. So that's on the personal side. As an entrepreneur, it's good that if you check my profile, there is high-tech entrepreneur with 4 unicorn IPOs. That's great. What it doesn't say is I started 10 companies. 3 of them failed. I got fired twice. How many of you have been fired? 1 brave lady, that's it? The rest of you have not been fired? No one else? Oh, good, another brave person. If you haven't been fired yet, you are denying yourself the gift of unknown to go and do something which is completely giving you a new insight into life. You come out of your comfort zone and try to do something, push the edge. That's how entrepreneurs are made. When I was 26, I was working at HP in Silicon Valley, corporate engineering, nice laboratory, wanted a promotion, had an idea, and wanted to do it at HP. My boss said, no, you are too young, and we can't give you such a big responsibility. So I decided to take a risk. I took 4 of my best engineers, all my friends. We left. HP wasn't willing to give me $500,000. This was in 1980. 3 years later, they wanted to buy my company for $50 million. Do you think I sold it to them? I talked to HP's competitor at that time, Tektronix. They offered us $75 million. Actually, they said, tell us what price we have to give you so that you would not negotiate back and forth. What they didn't know was HP never negotiates. They give you a fair price, but they didn't know. So if they had given me offer of 51 million, HP would not negotiate. But I said, you really want to make sure? They said, yes. I said, 75 million. Next day, they gave us offer for 75 million. And I said, darn, I should have said 1 billion. Why not? Worst is they would say no. Anyway, so as an entrepreneur, I learned you have to be brave, try to do what you want to do, and sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. You could have the best idea. You know, my 3 ideas that failed, do you think they were bad ideas? The biggest failure was Momenta computer. It was iPad 18 years before iPad. Great idea, poor execution. Second company that failed was Skype, 5 years before Skype. Great idea, great engineering, poor implementation. So we cannot predict the future. And we just have to learn how to go use our resources in a way that it is calculated risk and go step by step. Which brings us to what I'm doing right now. I have, in my life, advised big governments, 20 of them, how to bring innovation in their country. First one was government of Singapore in 1997 for 5 years. I was advisor to Deputy Prime Minister. 20 countries. But then, by pure accident, I was in Thailand, and because of COVID, I was stuck. I couldn't go to Bangkok. I was in Phuket, nice area to be stuck at, with the chairman of one of the biggest corporations in Thailand, multi-billion-dollar company. And we have a university of future that actually I helped get created in Barcelona. It's called Harbor Space University. If you want to see something of the future, doing things completely different, please come and visit us over there. And we were having our second campus to start in Thailand. And he came and he saw how my students would come and learn how to think big and go and try to make their dream come true in 3 weeks and come up with ideas, go and develop a business case, develop the unit economics, their MVP, all within 3 weeks. And as you might know, many people in Asia are very shy. He saw how my students, who were all Asian in Thailand, came very shy, and they were very, very meek, And at the end, he saw the same ones had become so powerful, had created a company in the course of 3 weeks as a team and wanted money. And he invested in 2 of them. And then he said, why don't you come and help my company bring innovation there? This was a couple years ago. And I said, look, I know how to build big companies myself, but I don't know how to teach other people to do that. And later on, I found out this was the problem for so many big corporations. Why? Because of AI. Chairman of every big company reads the newest Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Guardian, watches TV, BBC, whatever, and says, AI is disrupting my business, and I need to bring innovation into my company. And what is the advice regular people give to chairmen of these companies? They say you need to become more entrepreneurial. You need to become more entrepreneurial. You know what I think? That's the worst advice you can give to chairman of a company. Imagine your company is multi-billion-dollar company, you have 10,000 employees, and some stupid consultant comes and tells you, you have to become more entrepreneurial. As entrepreneurs, we have no choice. We jump into something scrappy, hire a whole bunch of people, lots of friends, talk them into help us work something, do the things, and come hell, come high water, we try to succeed. And many times, the only way you leave is when they fire you. Like twice, I got fired. Otherwise, I would not leave my company. That's an entrepreneurial approach. But a corporation does not need to do that. What a corporation should do is listen to their young employees. Young employees have a lot of ideas. But the same way as I had difficulty at HP, in the middle of Silicon Valley, they wouldn't trust me to give me money to do something. These big corporations do not listen to their young people. So I talked to a whole bunch of professors, top professors at Stanford. Every now and then I'm a lecturer at Stanford, at Berkeley. I talked to these professors at Stanford, and I said, why don't we create special programs to go and help top executives of companies to have a different approach to innovation, have a venture mindset. What is venture mindset? You learn that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. My basic advice, our basic advice to chairmen of these companies is listen to young people. Every year, as a minimum, start 10 new projects. Have these young people come up with ideas, give them 3 months. Actually, we have a program that we developed at Stanford. In 10 weeks, we help a big corporation come up with 10 ideas and go through and do market segmentation, do unit economics assessment, do competitive analysis, come up with a pitch that says, is this a good idea or not? And we say, after these 10 weeks, you decide which one of these are good, give your own people a chance. Maybe 7, 8 of them are not so good. The business case is not strong, but select the 1 or 2 and give them bigger money. And if they made progress, give them millions of dollars more. Create a whole new idea. We call this venture mindset and portfolio management the same way as a venture capitalist does. For 15 years, I had a big venture capital fund, $350 million, and we invested in high-tech companies in US, Japan, China, India, Israel, and Singapore. So I learned a lot about venture capital. And you never put all your eggs in one basket. Venture mindset, you select a whole bunch of companies at early stage, you give them small money, the ones who succeed, you give them more and more and more. But you expect 70, 80% of your companies in your portfolio will fail. You just don't know which one. You don't know which one is gonna be successful, because ideas do not mean anything. Have you ever thought of it? If your boss says, give me an idea, what do? How do you come up with a whole new idea? Any answers? Yes?
Understand a challenge or a problem within the company.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. I don't want to go and understand all the challenge within the company. I go to ChatGPT on any field, and I say, give me 10 best ideas for this company in this country. Try it, 5 minutes, you get 10 ideas. Ideas are not worth a dime. A great idea and $3, $4 actually, would get you a nice cup of coffee at Starbucks. In America, $5. Ideas are not worth anything. As I said, my 3 companies that failed, ideas were great. It was implementation and execution. And our simple advice, the way we work with these corporations is we talk to the top management, teach them we have a program called 2020 transformation. We take 20 top executives in 20 hours, 4 days, each day, 5 hours. We teach them how to think like a venture capitalist and how to spread the risk and give a chance to a lot of new projects. And the results are magical. These people who do not believe their company can produce new products come up with new ideas. And how do we do it? So quickly, so nicely, we have developed our own AI platform. Super advanced platform. What it would take in the past 6 months to do competitive analysis, we do it in a matter of a few hours. You tell us what is your idea, where you want to do it. Within a few minutes, we tell you all of your competitors, how many other people are already working on this thing. We have access to all the data of all innovation projects. Imagine this. Very quickly, you find out many other people guaranteed have the same idea. Should you stop? Of course not. See what they are doing, learn from it, and go and improve upon it. We all have seen you do not need to come up with an original idea to create a multi-billion-dollar company. Uber was a huge, huge success in the United States. But a few young people in the Middle East, they came up with a very similar approach. Looked at what Uber was doing, what was working, and what wouldn't work in Middle East. They created a company called Careem, they found out many people in Middle East do not have credit cards. So they said, using Karim app, you could pay cash. They found out that Google Map at that time was not accurate for Middle East. So they said, instead of giving you wrong information that your ride would arrive in 5 minutes, and in reality bad traffic is 25 minutes, you get angry, they let you reserve a car at a proper time. These innovations were very attractive to Uber. Uber could not sell their products in Middle East. What did they do? They bought Karim for over $3 billion. Young company. If you go to Asia, you see amazing apps like Grab. In Asia, not everybody has a car, and traffic is bad. Many people want to use a scooter to go around. So Grab works with scooters. Fantastic, very professional. Every scooter has got nice vest, a hat that says Grab, and an extra helmet. And you sit behind them, they give you the helmet, boom, start to go. So you don't need to come up with a new idea. As ChatGPT gives you 10 new ideas. You need to learn by experimenting and failing and learning from it, and failing and learning, and figure out how to create a new product and how to create a new division. Anyway, I have decided to go back and become an entrepreneur. Started a new company called Innovera with top Stanford professors. I'm learning a lot from them, and we are having a lot of fun. Our AI platform is quite amazing, and Innovera is innovation era, innovera.ai. Want to check it out? Let us know. Thanks for listening. I hope I had better jokes. I try to be funny, but at times it's difficult. But you were gracious and you laughed at my jokes. So love you all. Thanks a lot. And if you have any questions, I've been told that the next speaker was so worried that my talk is so bad, everybody would leave. So they canceled the session after me. So we have time. If you want, you can ask your questions, or if any of you want to privately see me, come behind on the things and we can talk. Okay? Love you all and have a great day. Take good care.